Hi everyone, welcome back to Tara's Take. So today we're going to do these cuties that I showed you the other day from Pammy. It's the one with the paper clips and then just some decoration on the front. You've got a little journal card on the back clipped to it, and then you have this adorable little booklet that you open up, and it's just cute, you know. She has the little spine paper glued there to it, and I just love it. I just think it's really cute and easy and fun, and so we're going to make some. Or I'm going to make some, and hopefully you'll make some with me. So what I brought along today, of course, is my bone folder. I have some glue. I have my scissors. Let me grab a pair that works good. I have different ones over here that have different degrees of workability. Let's see, I think this one's good. And then I also have my, what else? I have some inks. I'm going to be using some stamping probably, and some little fussy cuts. I have these I'm going to use on, I got to pull them down here. Let me see. Got to find the box. Sorry about that, guys. Should have had it ready. Okay, so I'm going to be using these little Tim Holtz paper clips for mine, okay? So you know. And you can use whatever paper clips you want. I just don't get an opportunity to use those very often, and I think they're adorable, so yeah, I'm gonna use them. Anyway, so let's get started. So all this is this little booklet, and the card is just slightly larger. So I'm gonna be using the coffee dyed paper for the inside, okay? You can use any paper you want. These are going to be able to open, and the person will be able to write in them, and it's just cute. I just think they're adorable. So I also have with me some scraps that were from my cardstock, which is this same paper is what is being used here by Pammy. And these I'm going to cut down to go with my little booklet. And then I brought an extra page just in case I make enough that I need it. And then what I did was I went in, and because she had used such a thin paper, and I like that. I could use cardstock. You can totally use cardstock. But I have all these papers that I had prepared ahead of time that are coffee dyed. And they're just 12 by 12s I'm going to be cutting from. And the reason I'm using these is because they are thinner. And I wanted to make my booklets a little out of the thinner paper. So you can also use scraps. I just don't really have any coffee dyed scraps that I thought, you know, I wanted to use, so I'm gonna go ahead and use these because it'll just make my life a little bit easier. So hers, you can do these at any size, of course. I really like the size that she did, so I'm gonna use the booklet. Just kind of cut it there. It's about 3 inches. Let's see, I'll measure. Yeah, about 3 inches. Okay, and I'm just gonna cut straight along the front here, and I'll probably go ahead and make 2 out of this piece. Okay, I'm going to cut these in half, or fold it in half, I mean, so I can cut it, even it out, all that good stuff. Okay. Alright, now I guess I really didn't need to trim that off, considering I'm going to separate these. It doesn't really matter. Let me just trim this part that was bent. Okay. And because this paper is so thin, I think I can just tear it. Yep. And we're going to fold that in half. Okay. Do it again. So I'll just probably make 2 out of each piece that I cut. And like I said, you can make these as small or as big as you want. I am going to make mine this size for now. I may change that. I don't know. Just trimming this so that it's kind of evened out. I hear thumping outside. I don't know if you can hear that. My neighbors, I guess somebody's coming up the street with their music really loud. I'm just gonna trim this. There we go. Okay. And I'm gonna make one, and then I'm gonna kind of do assembly line, I think. Okay, so now this one, let's see, just about perfect. So I'm going to go ahead, it's just larger, so I'm going to trim this piece off. I like that everything's rounded. You know, I love the rounded look, so I'm going to use my corner rounder here. And trim that. Okay. And now when we look on the inside, she's just got the paper. Cut. I'm going to use this one here. I think that, yep, be about right. So I'm going to, and she has it framed like I like to do the framing. So I'm going to go ahead and frame that and trim this piece at about right there. And again, I'm going to round my corners. That music is really loud in here. I don't know if you probably can't hear it. It's just really thumping in my house. I hate when they do that. Okay. And I am going to use my glue stick for this because this paper is that thin paper. I'm going to grab a glue page. That music is agitating me. Can you tell? I'm getting a little bit agitated. I don't like that when people are rude, you know. You're in a neighborhood and it's like you're just sitting outside someone's house with your music thumping so loud that they can feel their walls rattling. Yeah, I think that's my age, but then again, even when I was younger, I didn't really care for that kind of rudeness. I've never really liked it, to be honest. I like loud music too, it's funny, but just not bouncing through my walls. Okay, so I'm going to use that line as my center point. If I can. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh, it's so cute. I love it. And it's just so easy, you guys. So easy. All right, now I'm going to take a piece of this because this is one of the things that she did, and I thought it looked really sweet. Was to take a piece of the paper that you used on the outside and make a little spine cover right here. So yeah, so we are going to do that as well. It's just so cute. I love it. Such a simple idea. You know, I'm telling on you, Pammy. She's one of those wonderful people who doesn't think she's that good at what she does sometimes, and it seems like it, at least. And she is. She's actually makes really cool stuff. Every time she has sent me pictures, every time. I'm like, seriously, where do you get the idea that you're, you know, that you don't know what you're talking about? Told on you. I love you, Pam. Yeah. Okay. So there's my little piece, and now I'm going to fold that back in so that I have my little spiny there. I gotta make sure it stays down. Okay. All right. I may want to let that dry. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, it's coming over the edge anyway. I need to trim that. Okay. Come on now, glue down. Probably more because I use that the type of glue I used. This will help, just pressing it. And what I'm going to do now, I am so excited to have walnut stain. I know everybody's had walnut stain forever, but not me. So, so I'm going to go ahead and distress this little cutie on the edges here. I really like the idea. I haven't done that a lot, like I said, about using thinner paper, because I'm always worried it's not going to hold up. That was really where it initiated from, is that I felt like, oh, it'll rip, or, you know, it'll tear on them or whatever. But I think in some circumstances, not all, you know, in some circumstances it needs to be thicker paper, of course, but in some you can get away with it, and it's takes up a lot less space inside of your journal, which is the part that I think ultimately, you know, that part matters, because then you don't have as much of a gator mouth. Mine are always so gator. Okay. Do both sides of this because it'll be open. Now you could glue this to the little booklet and make it just a pocket that's attached to the booklet. You can do that too. So there, my first one. So there we go, and you just open it and there you go. Isn't that adorable? Look at that, so sweet. I really love these, honestly. I just think they're so cute. Okay, and then get my little clip. There we go. There's my first one. So we'll go ahead and I'm gonna get that ready, and what I'm gonna do is grab my paper. Okay, and let's see, which direction do I want this? Oh gosh, I think I kind of like this side, so I'm gonna use you guys will get to see how bad I actually cut that when I fold it. So again, I cut off about approximately 3 inches. As I said, you can use as big or as small as you want. You don't have to use the same size that I used. That is really bad cutting. Okay. Alright. And we're just gonna, probably should make that a little firmer. There we go. All right. So Alice in Wonderland's gonna be on the front of this one. Very cute. And we're gonna trim. So today's Friday, of course, as usual for me, and the norm. And so tomorrow, Courtney and I are going to go over to some new friends of ours. They're from our church. They're an elderly couple. They took us out for lunch last Sunday after church for my birthday. Very sweet couple. He is 94 and she is about to be 75. And they have only been married, I'm going to cover this, I don't want my ink drying out before I've even gotten to use it. They've only been married for about 8 years, and it's a pretty cool story, but we're going over there tomorrow to help them with some like odd jobs at their house, because she is on a walker and so is he. She has a very, very bad back, and so she has a hard time. He actually they both say this, he helps her more than she helps him, because of her back is so bad that it's got her really kinked up, and it's sad. She's just a precious woman. I love her so much. We met them right at the beginning of going to Crossroads, and they're just a wonderful couple. So anyway, we went out for Mexican food last weekend after church. A lot of fun. And yeah, so we were talking, and they were like, you know, do you guys think that... She actually asked Courtney if he'd like some Saturday work, because we were talking about his job and that he's been looking for work. And she's like, really? Because we've been trying to find like a handyman or somebody that could come and do some work on the side for us. They're actually pretty well off. He was the president of a company, or vice president, and he after he retired, he worked for the post office, as he was in the Navy for 20 years. He, you know, just had a really big life. She was a senior pharmacist her whole life, so they did very well for themselves, and so they want to pay Courtney to come over and do side jobs at their house. So he's like, I don't want you to pay me. And I said, well, you know, honey, this may be the Lord's way of blessing you with that Saturday work, and at the same time helping these folks, because we would totally go over and do everything for free. We don't ever feel like that about money. But because of what we were talking about and everything, they were like, you know, we could use the help, and you guys could use, Courtney could use the Saturday work. So I'm going to go over and help as well with him. And I think I'm going to cook him something special, because she does not cook. And he said she never has cooked, like she doesn't like to cook. So it has nothing to do with her ability to get up and do it. It's something that she never did. They're funny. They were friends. I'll tell you their story. It's kind of cool. So they were friends with, her mother was best friends with his late wife, okay? And his late wife actually told him before she passed away, I want you to marry Charity. Her name's Charity. And so if you see this, Charity, I love you. And so they ended up getting married, and they have a beautiful life together. And God is good, you know? I mean, it's just amazing how he brings people together like that. So yeah, he told us when he first met us, he's like, yeah, my late wife chose her to be my wife. And I said, what? So yeah, it was very cool. But he's a wonderful man, and she's a wonderful lady, and he's so sweet. He has a hard time remembering names. And so he used to be a singer, and they sang me happy birthday at the table, and you could tell his voice was just, he was keeping it quiet, but oh my goodness, it was just a beautiful voice. You could hear it. I could hear it in it. And he's 94, but still it was just a rumbling bass, you know, just beautiful. But he can't remember my name to say this line. And I tell him all the time, it's okay, don't worry about it, you know. But in the song, he's like, and happy birthday, dear, blah, 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 blah. I can't remember your name. Made me laugh so hard. So yeah, it was really cute. I'm like, that's okay. I understand. But it was fun. We went out for Mexican food at a restaurant called Ava's over in Casa Grande. So if you're in Casa Grande and you want some good Mexican food, there you go. They also have some really good food over at Manuel's. So yeah, but that's where we went for my birthday. And then, for that birthday meal. Now this week we're gonna go somewhere else. So we may go to Manuel's or Lynn's. I'm not sure yet, because I I really want to get some fried ice cream. If you've never had Mexican fried ice cream, you have to get it at a restaurant that really knows how to make it. I've had bad fried ice cream, but yeah. But I'm thinking they would know how to make it really well. So I told Cordy what I might do is just have chips and salsa and a taco or something, you know, light like that, and then have my dessert. Because after you eat a meal, you know, it's hard to have dessert unless you're at like a buffet or something, which I always have dessert when I'm at Lynn's because, you know, it's Lynn's. But, yeah. Oh, this one's cute. Look at those little flowers. I like that. So I'm getting 2 out of each one of these, okay? I know you probably noticed, but I'm just pointing that out. This one's going to have a little bit of that on the front, but mostly it's going to be on the back, which is fine because these aren't going to get glued down to anything. And so you'll still be able to see. So this is the first part, and I'm hoping, what time is it? Yeah, we're good. I'm almost, I mean, I have a few more to make, but that's okay. Oops, there we go. I'm gonna trim this one just because it looks a little bit scruffier than I want. Let's see. This paper's so pretty and it's just been sitting in my drawer. I don't use my 12 by 12s as often as I should. And so I thought today, I was like, oh yeah, this is the perfect time to do that. Okay. All right. So what's everybody been up to? Tell me in the comments what's going on. Let's see, it was the weekend, so what did you guys do this weekend? We went last weekend, of course. We went to, I think I've told you throughout the week also. I hate when I do that because the way I film, it always ends up I'm telling you stuff and I might have told you already. But we went to Hobby Lobby. We went to lunch at Del Taco. I know that doesn't sound very exciting, but I hadn't had Del Taco in a long time. And if you don't know what Del Taco is, it's kind of like a Taco Bell, okay? And so we went to Del Taco and had lunch, and then we went to the movie Sound of Freedom, which, oh my gosh, what a movie. It's amazing. It's not really a movie. It's more like, you know, the telling of what's going on in the world around us. Because Tim Ballard, they kept it so true to form, you know. It was really cool because I watched a video on YouTube, and it was, I can't remember the name of the guy who did the video, but it was really neat because President Trump had a showing of Sound of Freedom at his house I think it was last week or the week before, but Tim and Jim Caviezel were there, Tim Ballard and Jim Caviezel. And if you don't know who Tim Ballard is, he is the gentleman who the movie is about. It's his life and what he experienced in his job and the quitting of his job and helping trafficked children in Colombia and different parts of the world. And so, anyway, it was really cool because the man who directed the movie was there also, and he is a citizen of Mexico. Well, he is thinking, he hasn't said for sure, but he is actually contemplating running for president of Mexico, which would mean that, and he is a very strong believer and loves God with all his heart. You know, you could just tell the man is, yeah, he's not playing around. And he was quoting scripture and talking about, you know, if he does decide to run, what that will mean. Yeah, so it was really, really cool to hear them talk about it, and then to hear, you know, they were telling President Trump about, you know, everything, and he's very, very he considers it a grave disservice to let this continue, and a disrespect to our children and to the families that are suffering from this crime that's happening. And so, yeah, and Tim Ballard, he has lived it, and he's very passionate. And yeah, it was just it was a blessing to see men of God. And you know, it's really true that all it takes for evil to, you know, I don't remember the exact quote right now, but all it takes for evil to run rampant basically is that good men do nothing. And it's so true. And so, you know, I talked to you guys about this the other day in our Bible study. We have to be willing to speak out, speak up when the time comes, and to, you know, support where we can those that are speaking up for what's right in our world, because so much is wrong. You know, so many things are being done wrong in our world. And yeah, it's a blessing. It's sad to see the things that are happening, but it's a blessing to face them head on and say no more. You know, we're not going to tolerate this anymore. We have children all around the world, millions of children who are being trafficked, and most of them, the saddest part is most of them are being trafficked into the US. And so, you know, that's the scary part, is we think we're all that basically most of the time, and what's happening here in our own borders, not good. So I encourage you, if you haven't seen the movie, to go see it. I think you'll really be blessed. It's not nearly as much of a tearjerker as I thought it was going to be. I cried, but you know, it did not break my heart. And the really cool thing is, you could tell it wasn't glamorized by Hollywood. You could really tell, because the fight scenes, the things that happened, were not dramatically over the top. They were realistic. They're what really happened. They didn't add a bunch of, you know, explosions and things that didn't, you know, actually take place to make it exciting. You know what I mean? The story itself is enough, and what really happened is enough. And so, yeah, at the end they do show some pictures, a film of the real raid that happened on an island that was there. I won't spoiler the movie for you, but you know, I don't know. I left with a sense that I had been told the truth and the facts about something, and not just a glamorized interpretation of it from Hollywood. So I'm really actually glad that they didn't participate much. You know what I'm saying? That they actually didn't participate at all. That they didn't want anything to do with it. I'm glad, because that way they didn't get to pervert the story, and they didn't get to add their little 2 cents, you know? I'm really glad they had nothing to do with it, and I think that that was something God intended, for them to have no partnering in it. So I see it like that. Anyway, there we go. Okay, I've got all my cuts now, and now I'm going to grab my piece over here. I might need more of my paper. I don't know, but that's okay. And I'm going to measure. They're all approximately the same size. I'm not even going to try to like get rid of the ripped parts. I really liked how Pammy had those, and I'm going to leave them for mine. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to cut about there. All right, and then I'm going to go down the center, and then I'm going to cut the pieces. Hopefully, maybe I can get 3 out of this. I don't know if I can get 3 or only 2. Let's see. I guess it depends on how tall I made it, right? Okay. So I'm going to only get 2 out of each one. But that's all right. I'll have some leftover scraps. Always a good thing, right? So Cordy was singing a stupid song this morning, and now I can't get it out of my head. He was singing, oh, that's funny. It was just there, and as soon as I said something about it, it went away. That's so funny. Oh, there it is. It's back. He was singing, looking for love in all the wrong places, like that. And I've been singing that song all day long. I haven't even heard that song in years. I'm like, oh, why did you do that? He goes, why'd I do what? I go, why'd you sing that song? He was like, what? I don't know. I just came to my head. He does that. He's always singing something. He's very sweet. However, it's like, I didn't want to sing that song all day. It's funny. Okay, so it looks like I'm only going to get like 4 out of each 8.5 by 11 page. Those of you that have the A4 pages probably will get 3, because I think that gives you a little extra more than we have here in the US. But okay, so I gotta straighten these though. They're a little crooked. I probably could use my cutter and just do these kind of more even, but it's all right. It's all right. So we're gonna sit that in there. I'm gonna do the. I really like these, Pam. I think they're so cute. Well, I should always say Pammy. I have 2 of you that are with me all the time. There's Pamela, which I call Pam, and then there's Pammy. And she is Pam as well, but I call her Pammy, so that it's 2 separate people. I need to remember that. Let's grab another piece of paper. This one's a lighter piece. Just copy that again. And I think I can just use this piece for that because they're the same, right? Yeah. What time is it? Okay. I need to, I don't want to say I need to hurry, but I may not get as many made as I thought, but I've got them started, even if it's not like that I get the whole stack, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And this one. I'm just not sure because I know I didn't do them all the exact same size. That's why I wasn't sure if, because I was eyeballing it. You know how I am. Y'all know how I am with my eyeballing. Okay. I don't usually do stuff like this, so this is kind of different for me to, let's see. Oh, that fits. This is kind of different for me to do the whole assembly line thing. This is more, I always see Tina do this, you know. I never do. I just make them one after the other, the whole thing. So we'll see if this works out better for me, right? There's actually a lot of them here, technically. I think this might work for me here. Yep. I'll have a bunch to throw into my little scrap bag. I have a Trader Joe's bag, and that's where all my scraps are at. Okay. Oh, okay. I can just pull this over like that. There. Alrighty. Grab another piece. Let's see, will this one fit in here? Is it too big, too small? No, it's just about perfect, so I'll use that as my sample again. Again. I can always fix it. I'm confused. Oh, that's right. I just ran out of paper. Okay. I'm like, what is that? It don't take much to confuse me, you guys. I think that's pretty good. So that worked out all right. couple more and we're done. Good. What time is it? Okay, we're still good. What else did I do? Let's see. Sunday, I will be teaching for the first time, I'll be teaching in the second and third grade. Second and third grade, I think. No, first and second grade. Yeah. So that's going to be a different experience for me. Let me see here. I don't want to cut. I'm just going to wait on that one. I don't want to cut one more piece of paper. Okay, now we're going to grab our little cards here and cut these down so that they are just framing our piece. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to teach the first and second graders this time with a partner. They do like 2 teachers. I think it's 2 teachers per class, but she was telling me she really needed somebody to help with the kids, the first and second graders. I told her from the beginning, wherever you want me or need me, that's where I'll go. So up until now, I've been with the 3rd to 5th graders. But I'll be honest, I was a little nervous to go in with the 1st and 2nd graders because that's how old my grandson is. And, you know, he's 7. And so just kind of, but you know what, the Lord knows my heart, and he knows what's I can handle, you know, and I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'm not going to let the enemy cause me to be in fear, you know. That one. Okay. I'm going to grab. All right, what did I do here? I need these to be here. So I have these set up already to be made. Okay. And then we want straightening these out a little bit. Some of these are almost perfect size to just frame these little notebooks, which is making my life easier. I still have that other song in my head, by what's her name? I can't think of her name again. I thought of it the other day. The blonde. I don't want to always bug you guys with singing little bits of songs every day. I've always got a song in my head. That's the problem. That's actually the problem. I'm always thinking about some song. But I don't know the words to it. I just know bits and pieces of that song, but I heard it on the radio that day. Well, last week when we went out, and ever since, it's just been in my brain. What's her name? You guys helped me think. I thought of it with you last week. Leanne Rimes. That's it. Yeah. I'm glad I had all these little pieces already cut. This is making life a lot easier. I think this one's too narrow. Yeah, this one cannot be used. I use this thing so much. I saw some on Amazon. I've got them. I think I have them in my list as a wish list. I don't know if they're in my Amazon purchase list like you guys, I send to you guys, but they have all the different like corner shapes, but it's like this, and I like that. I want to get a couple of those, but they're like, I don't know, 12 bucks a piece or something, and I don't know, I just haven't had the wherewithal to spend more money on our, you know, I did for my birthday, but only because it was my birthday, you know. So I'm just setting all those aside, and like I'm, you know, showing you, just doing, okay, somehow I don't have 2 papers for this one. I'm not sure how I managed to do that. That's annoying. Or is that, no, it's not. What did I do? Huh. Did I forget and put this, not put it with somewhere? That's weird. Well, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'll just make it happen here. Oh wait, we want it to be a little bigger. Duh. Okay. Little bit taller than I wanted it to be. Just slightly. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. So yeah, so what else is going on? Let's see. Haven't heard any more news about my daughter's situation, so that's why I'm not, well, that, and I don't feel comfortable discussing all details on this videos, because not until it's done and dusted, you know what I'm saying, it's finished, then we'll talk, maybe. But just keep her in your prayers, please, because she's having a hard time getting communication from the attorney, and so I won't say any more than that, but that can be very challenging, and you know. Okay. Trying to think of what all is going on. Oh, the Lord has been very gracious and blessed us. I mean, I was telling Cordy this morning, I almost feel like the woman who gave Elijah her last cake, and how the oil never ran out and the meal never ran out. The reason I say that is because I'm watching what's happening with our bank account, and you know, we've been tithing and giving like we always do, and I'm seeing where the money, even though we're going to be paying extra on our rent, that the Lord somehow is miraculously, it's just the money is there. I'm putting money in the savings on a very large amount each week, and paying, giving my our tithe, and yeah, it's been quite interesting to see it. Just, it's, I don't know, God is so good. I have peace, you know. I just, you know, the rent didn't stop being increased, but I just have peace about it. So I think I'm gonna stop right here, and I haven't put anything together. Look at me. And put some of these together, a couple of them. We want to decorate one too, right? So let's do, I think what I'm going to do is, since I have them all doubled up, I didn't get anything done but this one, so let's get some done. So as you can see, even though these are simple, if you're doing a lot of them, like I just did way too many is all. But it can be, okay, my little thing is not wanting to cut. Alrighty, I need to sharpen my blade, I think. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna fold that. Put these little cutie pies together. I'm gonna have to make sure my paper's even. I didn't, and I can see where it's okay, but I'm not gonna do that again. I'll fold the paper first so I can see where it's off. Bring my glue here. Okay. That's embarrassing. Oh, how many did she get done? One. The whole mass make, I got one. Yep, that's me. That's Tara. Yep. Sounds about right. Okay. Yeah, it's off, and it's me. It was my fault because I didn't, like I said, I didn't check the paper, so it looks a little off, but that's okay. I'll be fine. It'll be fine. And then let's grab that one's. Let's from this. We're gonna take that little tiny strip. Hopefully it's tall enough. Did I get it good enough? Nope, not quite. I should have measured. Or I should have just cut the whole piece like I did the last time. And let's see. There, that one will work. Oops. Okay. Oh, I feel like I got it over too far. When I fold it, it's going to show that I did it over too far, I bet. Yep, a little bit further to the right than the left, but it's okay. All right, so that one's done, and this is ready to go. We're just gonna, I think I'll use my vintage photo in this one. It's so nice not to have to beat that thing every time I want some ink. That's a good feeling. Just touching it and it's getting on there. So I hope you guys like these and that you try them, or that you made some. If you made some with me, let me know. There's a link down there to our Facebook group, or you can hit me up on Instagram at Tara's Take. Just hashtag Tara's Take, or at Tara's Take, and on here I think you can also post. I'm not sure how that works, you guys, I'll be honest, because I know I hear people say just hit at, you know, so that, but I'm not sure how it works for us to show each other stuff on here. So I always direct you to our Facebook group, which there's a link down below. I have not changed it to the new link for Creative Cuties, but it's Creatives Inspired Corner on here still. So, and if you're not a member of our Facebook group, please feel free to join us. So there's that one. There we go. So yes, I made 2 so far. What time is it? Oh, I'm gonna decorate one so you guys can see it decorated. I'm not gonna worry about these guys. I'll make these later. So I think I'm gonna do this one. And I didn't on the inside. I did not do my shading with the walnut stain, so I'm gonna do that. This is dressing. Okay. Oh, this one is so nice and wet. I love that. It's just juicy with ink. That's awesome. Cool. Okay, so you know what? I'm still having trouble with this sticking right here. I did not get it right there, so I'm gonna add a little glue and make it stay. That will do it. And then this week is our food drive, which is always fun. It'll be my 3rd week going, you guys. Love it. I'm so happy about it. Okay, so I really liked how you did the cheesecloth on top there, and then did like a picture. And so I think I'm going to copy a little bit here and do a oh, and the other thing I got, I forgot to tell you guys because I've already sorted them and everything, but I also got my little oh, look at her. I love her so much. I also got my little, what you call it, oh, I can't think. Oh, and I got these scissors the other day, but I think I showed these to you guys already. I really like this one. It's like a vintage, and it's got really cool curvature. See, can you see it? Like little tiny little pieces out of it. It just looks cool. But I was gonna say, I also got the shoot, I can't think to save my life right now. What was I saying? The other thing I got the inks. Oh my goodness. Oh, the little people from Tim Holtz. That was it. I also got some of those and restocked on those, and I put them in I'm gonna put this down with this here. I put them in a drawer and separated them all by like whether they're standing or sitting. Oh, I separated them by children and adults, and then I also have my larger selection of them. So I'm gonna put this little lady, I just think she's cute. I've been wanting to use her on something, and she's got that pink, and then the background of that one is pink, so we're gonna use glue, or hot glue for her. Okay. And I'm gonna put I'm looking in my words. Okay. She is going to be joyful. That super easy peasy decorating, and you know, you don't have to get crazy with it. Of course, we want to add a little bit of gold around the edges here just to shine it up a little bit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And you could even, because these are going to be floating around the journal, You could even do them, you could decorate the back as well, you know, but now you have a cute little writing space. Still can't get that little spot right there is wanting to come up. That's funny. I will be probably using my art glitter glue from this point forward with these. But there's that. There's the little journal card. And I put that together. So cute. I love this. I love these. I really do. I just think they're fun and easy and adorable. So there you go, you guys. Super easy peasy. I hope you enjoyed today's video and that you will hit like and subscribe if you're not a subscriber to the channel and become a part of the Terrastic family. Join us over on Facebook, Instagram. I have an Etsy shop. All those places are named the same, Tara's Take. Two capital T's. Thank you so much, you guys. I love you very much, and I appreciate each and every one of you for coming and being with me today. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.